Hello and welcome to Tantrum House Studio 3. I'm Will Meadows.
And I'm Sarah Meadows, and today we're looking at the game Alakazoo from Cube Relic.
Alakazoo from designer Marcin Padziadlo is a 2 to 4 player magical monster making, hand management, tableau building, card rolling, dice playing game.
It's coming to Kickstarter soon, and we have a prototype here with us, and let's take a look at how the game is played.
At the beginning of the game, each player is given a unique monster board with 9 available slots on it, a castle keeper, a single magic power token, and a hand of 4 cards.
On their turn, players have a number of different options to choose from. They can roll dice in order to gain more magic power tokens. Matching symbols allows you to place the crystals on your board, and once you have both crystals in place, if you have the appropriate appendage in your hand, you can add it to your board.
You can play any card onto your board, but you gain a star whenever you place one that matches your monster. You also gain a star if you're the first player to place an appendage in that slot on the board.
You are never allowed to have more than 4 cards in your hand, or you gain a dark power token. In order to gain new cards, you must either discard and draw back the same amount, or you must play your cards onto your board.
4 sets of 2 cards go out onto the table during setup, and another option on your turn is to draw 1 set of those cards.
At any time you roll a wild on the die, you can either decide to place it in a slot, or you can place it on your castle keeper. And then on future turns, you may pay that crystal to either exchange cards with another player or exchange 1 card from the table.
As soon as one player finishes his monster, all the other players get a final turn and then scores are tallied.
Players earn 1 point for each star they have collected, and then for each row and column that either contain all the same monster cards or all different monster cards, you gain 1 point. The player with the most points wins and earns the prestigious title of Arcanimus.
I think that covers most of the details in this one. We did leave out some of the stuff about other ways that you can get dark crystals, and then there are also ways that you can exchange 1 card on your board with somebody else's in that same slot in order to try to get 3 in a row. So we didn't cover everything, but you got the gist, and that's really what we're looking at. Kazoo.
Yes, Dreg is the illustrator on this one, and we both really enjoyed the fanciful art style. There's nothing too dark, so this one is very family friendly. And it's also got a lot of good choices to make on your turns during gameplay.
Yeah, there are some good choices, which is nice. This game does really rely on luck. There's a lot of that in the game. You might just not ever roll the symbols that you need in order to fill up your cards. Also, sometimes I've had it where I've got 4 cards in my hand, but none of them are players, and there's none on the board. And so sometimes you're just kind of cycling through, trying to find something. So we've played some games where the stretch between the winner and the loser is pretty wide, and that kind of just depends on what luck you get on those dice rolls. If you know that going into the game, though, then it is a lighthearted, fun one, and rolling those dice and getting the symbols and putting all the crystals in and everything is kind of a lot of fun, tangible stuff to do, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and these aren't final components that we showed you. They're hoping to have some custom minis for your castle keeper to hold the crystals when you get the good crystals that you can use to modify things that you've placed on your board, and then also the dark crystals.
Yeah, and I wanted to also commend them because we've given them some feedback throughout the process, and I know other designers and reviewers have as well. They've made some changes to the game. Originally, there was some player elimination if you got those 3 crystals, and that's gone now. So I think they've made some really good decisions. I think they're headed in a really good direction, and if this sounds like something you might be interested in, definitely check out their Kickstarter campaign.
And if you'd like to check out other videos from Tantrum House, subscribe to our YouTube channel now.
Padziadlo. All right, here we go. Give it a shot.
Contain all the same monster cards that contain either all the same monster card. What?
It's coming out of her mouth.
I don't know. Making up words at the end. I'm sorry.